This is the 32 gig kit. There is also a 16 gig kit, and I've used a lot of these since they are the by far cheapest memory that you can get. These kits goes for around 60 euros for 32 gigs, and they are 3200 megahertz with CL16, which is actually really good for the price. However, they do not have any heat sinks whatsoever, so you will need to be able to cool these with your case fans. I would probably not put 32 gigs of these in a budget case without at least decent cooling of some sort, because they would probably run a bit hot, especially if you want to run them on XMP with 3200 megahertz. I've also encountered some problems with these on budget motherboards, and when I think budget motherboards, I mean the absolute cheapest, like Asus Prime B450-K2. The problem has been that I have not been able to always run them on XMP. That seems to be a combination of the CPU and how good the bin of the CPU was and the bin of the memory. So usually it will work. Sometimes I've had to run them at 3000 megahertz instead, or apply a little bit of extra voltage, and I would not go over 1.4 volts, especially since these don't have any heat sinks. We don't want them to run too hot, but for the price, these are exceptionally good memories for a budget build, and I think it's time to start moving over to 32 gigs of RAM, especially since the price difference is negligible at around 25 to 30 euros. I would probably rather save a few bucks on the SSD and then put in another SSD in the future. So good memory if you're on a budget, great option.